That's what Craig did to me when I was born. Shook my mum's hand and just kept the stepping.
Hey guys, my name's Owen Jones, 60 kilo trials champion, available for private seminars now.
Am I going to show the one that I broke Craig with? I taught the gayest position jiu-jitsu, bro. I taught reverse close guard. Alright guys, stick around to see me teach reverse close guard at the end of this video.
Alright, hello, welcome back. We are here with our good friend from across the Atlantic, Owen Jones.
Yes, sir.
Owen, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming to B-Team. Thank you for choosing the world's second best team as your place for training in North America. Tell us about yourself a bit. Who are you, where are you from, and how'd you end up here?
My name is Owen Jones. I'm the ADCC 66 kilo trials champion from Europe. Yeah, so I'm from London basically, and so I've basically been training in London my whole life. I lived in London my whole life, sorry, even. And I've been mainly doing the gi up until about, yeah, I would say about maybe a year and a half ago is when I started.
You were competing in the gi your entire career?
Yeah, so I was doing majority of the IBJJF circuits, like I was doing gi worlds, gi pans, all this stuff. So that was my main focus before. And then I started doing no-gi, and I was like, I'm actually all right at this. And then I started doing a few like super fights on like Polaris and things like that. And then eventually I did the trials and managed to win the trials. And I won the trials, and now I'm here.
Damn, nice. I don't think people really knew you were mostly a gi player your entire career. Okay, yeah, interesting. So you switched over to no-gi and then won trials quite soon after switching to no-gi.
Yeah, I think
that's
so,
pretty. That's pretty impressive. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. So tell us about your trials run a little bit. Tell us about how really it was like going in there. It's your first trials?
Second trials. Yeah.
Second trials. Okay. So tell us about your first trials run then.
Okay, yeah. So the first trials, this was like really early on to the no-gi stuff. This is 2021, I believe.
Okay, so the year before.
The year before, yeah.
All right.
So I had 3 matches. I won 2, and then I lost the third because I didn't understand the rule sets properly. So basically, I brain bullied the guy. I took his back in the first minute.
Does it someone we know?
No, these are just like European grapplers, basically. Yeah. And I just took his back, and then it was in the first 3 minutes, right? So it was no points. So I'm on his back.
You scored back triangle, but no points.
But no points, yeah. So I'm there for like a minute. I fall off for a triangle. He escapes. Then I'm trying to sweep him. I can't sweep him, can't get anything going. It goes to overtime. These times, I cannot wrestle at all.
Yeah.
Now my wrestling's okay, but then I just couldn't wrestle, so I pulled guard. As I tried to wrestle up, I got dashed. I was like,
damn. I've been there. That's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun. So I was like,
okay, so 2-1 in the first trials,
yeah,
2021,
yeah,
right?
I think so, like that.
Cool. And then a year goes by, or I guess 2 years go by.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Take it away.
Like, I have to run it back. So
all right.
Basically, I fought Ash as well before then. So I was like, I knew who the main person was.
That's right. Yeah, he had won that year trials.
Yeah, he won the year trials. Yeah. So he won the first one, and I did the second one that Sam and Ali won. So I did the one that Sam and Ali won. But basically, I fought Ash at an All Stars, which is basically like a grappling industries. It's like a local tournament.
Yeah. And
he beat me 2-0 when I was 17 this time.
Ash is tough, man. Ash is tough. Was it a good match, back and forth?
Yeah, basically, he pulled. I tried to pass from top. He got me into a leg entanglement. I tried to bolo him from the leg entanglement. He came on top. And he was pretty much him, like, just controlling the pace on top, not really trying to do too much.
He's got a good base. I feel like in our weight especially, like, it's the guy's gonna be, the guy who is on top is gonna be able to control the pace a lot better, like, versus, 77ers. They're just more wrestle ups, more shit like that. But anyway, so continue.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so then I went to, going into the trials, I knew the person to beat would be Ash, right? He's definitely the favorite. So I was going in thinking Ash, and then Sam and Ali would be the one after, right? So my trials, my first match I had was against this another guy from London, a guy called Wally. I managed to sub him pretty quick. Second match was against another black belt from, I think he's from Italy or something like this. I think I heel hooked him in like 9 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah. Then I fought Robert Deagle in the third match.
Yeah.
Managed to beat Robert Deagle on points pretty convincingly.
Yeah.
Wasn't very happy about that. Then my match after that was another black belt from Ireland, Richie. I managed to beat him on points as well. I think it was 9-0 or something like this. As he tried to shoot like a single, I put him in like 100%er straight to mount. And
nice.
Then as he turtled, took his back as well.
Damn, so you're going on, that's a tear. That's like sub, then dominant points.
Then Ash.
Yeah.
Super competitive match, like very, I wouldn't necessarily say back and forth, but it was more me just attacking and him just having good defense.
Yeah. I saw some of it. It looked like it was mainly him responding to your offenses and can really get what he was trying to get going. And,
like there was like 3 significant things, I think. There was one, I had a near back take. Where like I almost took his back. The second thing was actually him almost taking me down in overtime, like with the arm drag single, the classic.
He's good at that, yeah.
He is good at that.
Classic Ash, yeah.
Classic Ash. Then after he did that, I managed to force like a double seated position, so ADCC no points because we were there for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Then I hit with the Aoki and I destroyed his foot.
Really? Really? He let it pop a bit, or a lot?
He let it pop a lot.
Ate it.
And then as it was breaking, he just like wrenched it out, so it's pretty good. And then
that hindered him for the rest of the match, you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
then he was like trying to pass, and like I could feel when I'd off balance him, he'd base, he'd be like,
he'd be stumbling
it'd be easier to get stuff going.
Damn.
And then I managed to win that by ref decision, but it was like a pretty, like
it was a clear ref decision.
Clear
it was all
decision,
you in that match. Yeah.
Like apart from that little sequence where he had almost got the 2.
Yeah.
I think that was the only thing he really did the whole match. And then the final was against Cam Donnelly, which was
Cam Donnelly,
was
mate,
a surprise.
Dude, shout out to Cam Donnelly. Bro, hopefully he comes back out here.
I think he's coming after Nogi World.
Really? Okay, so he'll be here soon.
After Nogi World. Yeah.
Sick. He got better leaps and bounds every time he comes back here. That's sick. He ended up on the other side.
Yeah, because he heel hooked Sam McNally actually in
I saw that
in like 30 seconds or something like that, like straight into saddle. Yeah, I was like, damn.
Insane.
And then he also, I think he full leafed this guy called Yigit who was on the other side of the semi. So I was like, right, Cam. I never heard of him before the trials.
Oh, really? You never heard of Cam?
I never heard of Cam. No.
Okay. Oh, I guess he's not that well known, but
my friend Jack Sear knew who he was.
Okay. So and he's like, watch out for this guy or something. Yeah.
He told me on the other side of the bracket the 2 people to watch out was Sam and
McNally and Donnelly.
So when I went into the final, I pretty much knew what he was going to do, right? I knew he was going to try and get on my legs the whole time. So
he's a leg locker. Yeah. Cool. So you won trials, man. Has it hit you yet that you're going to ADCC? You know what I mean?
I think coming here definitely made it more real. Like when I was talking to these people who I'd never met before, and everyone was like, "Rah, how do you feel about going to ADCC?" And then there's other people who went to ADCC, and I'm like, "Damn, oh snap!" Like I was sharing the Airbnb with Joseph and Kenta, and I was like, "Bro, I'm out here.
Yeah,
I'm with the best guys in the world." So it was a good like eye opener, should I say?
Yeah, that's gonna. I mean, like we were saying before, like I think the world is going to start to get to know you and get to know your history and your path and your journey. And I remember like when I first won trials, like it didn't hit me that I'm like going to ADCC until like a couple months before. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm actually going to be going to that thing. And it's going to be crazy. T-Mobile.
Yeah,
gonna be nuts.
It's gonna be wild.
So
wait.
Let's see. You landed here November
10th.
And it is now it's almost a month has passed. You're going to be here for another little bit after the November 30th. Who's number 1? How would you say, like, since, your first day here to now, your progress, any glaring things you've been working on or want to work on?
Yeah, I think I've definitely made, like, a lot of things that I wasn't thinking about before. I've started to think about, like I've started to open up new areas of my game, right? Like I think it helps a lot being able to train with so many different styles of people who are like better than me and giving me like good work, right? Because the issue in London is like the only rounds that are like I'm losing like properly, like I'm getting smashed, people like 90 kilos, right? Or 80 kilos.
In your head, it's like it doesn't count, and it's also different style. Like there's no guy your weight who's going to do that.
Just because Taylor Pearman smashed past me doesn't mean someone my weight is going to be able to smash it, right?
And it's a different feel, like there's different things you can and can't do, and
so like training with this, like you and Damon I think have helped me a lot in terms of like people my own size, but then like Joseph, just like his knowledge of jiu-jitsu is just
insane,
crazy.
Insane.
It's like everything's like any question I had roughly for somewhere, he'd have
like 6 different answers, and they're all
like,
brilliant. Yeah,
perfect answers. This suits you. You can do this, and I'm like, right.
Usable answers right away. Such an asset.
Right, yeah, like you can use them immediately in my game. I'm like, sick. This is what I want. So, yeah, I think definitely like good rounds. Everything's helping training a lot. I've just learned a lot more about, obviously, the wrestling exchanges as well. Like learning how to wrestle properly, like not just being a dummy and shooting from 10 miles away. Yeah, or like just fucking holding on to collar ties for 10 years, thinking about what to do.
You could still do that. That's fine.
We'll go away with it. We'll go away with it. But yeah, apart from that, what else is there? I mean, BJJ Fanatics Instructional coming soon. Outside passing.
All right. So you're making good progress. You got 2 big events coming up, WNO and then Worlds. Yes. And yeah, we'll see where the dust settles.
Do you think I've made progress?
Dude, absolutely. Come on, man. I mean, we trained the first time after you got off like a
after the flight,
30-hour flight and all that stuff. Plus after a round with Craig. Yeah, dude, for sure. Leg entanglements or wrestle ups. Like it's like we were saying earlier. It's just a guy going in with a complete game, even if he's not as good as like the specialists are in their one field. There's no like glaring holes. So like one of your skills will feed into another one, versus like if you start getting the leg exchange too far and I'm like, okay, now it's time to kick out. If I could just kick out, re-engage, then it's nothing. Like it's as good as nothing, you know? But if I go to kick out and you follow up with a back take, follow up with a wrestle up, like, so that's what I feel like you're doing a lot more of. You're like connecting more dimensions together. So it's just more of a complete grappler, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
That's happened pretty quick. It's like, what, 20 something days, and so yeah, man, I'm excited to watch you compete. WNO and then Worlds. It's gonna be see you sandbag some purple belts, and
yes,
you know, that's
smash some poor purple belts.
That's it. All right, guys. Owen Jones, thank you for the interview. If you have anything that you'd like to say, let people know where they can support you, where they could find you, where they could learn more about you. Let us know.
Owen Jones BJJ on Instagram. Everything will be on there. Instructional from BJJ Fanatics coming soon. Check that out. Yeah, just stay tuned on the Instagram. That's the main thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, there's going to be a lot more live content, live rolls. Get your merch, rep the team. And thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
So we're here. He's in the knee cut. He's pressuring in. I start to kick him over the top. I'm inverting through. I'm keeping my knee tight. If I'm opening my leg too wide, he's going to be able to start to stack me here. Yeah, and start opening up, forcing leg drag positions here. So I'm going to be making sure I'm keeping my knee nice and tight. My left foot is attaching to the near side hip. I can start to post on the ankle here. I can even lift his foot slightly off the floor to avoid him stepping back onto this foot here. The reason he's dropped to the knee as well is because if he's staying standing, I'm going to be able to pump my leg inside and start trying to chase the back here. So he needs to push this knee on the floor, so I can't reach the far side hip. So instead I'm controlling the ankle, pummeling my leg inside. I can start to shelf here, extending through, stepping, shooting my legs across, crossing the feet, making sure my feet are crossed on the center of his spine, and I'm constantly driving my heels to the mat here. If I'm too lazy with my legs, he's able to posture up, and he can start applying pressure on my legs and start trying to split. So I'm trying to drive my heels towards the floor to relieve pressure off my chest, and also just force him to keep his hands on the floor here. So I'm here, I'm monitoring this leg, keeping my elbow nice and tight, keeping the scoop grip on here. If I feel like his foot is flexed and turned through here, I can shrug my shoulders sitting up, forcing his toes to come inside of my chest. Now I can slide across, controlling here until I feel it's nice and tight. I'm also constantly keeping downward pressure with my heels here. If I'm ever too lazy, he starts to sit up and he can start to sit on his own foot. It becomes super hard for me to get any leverage to finish the foot. And then he can also start to fight my feet. So I'm constantly keeping his hands on the mat, like elevating my own hips to drive his down. Now I start to fold the toes, control over the top, start to drive to finish. Here. Make sense? Nice. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, he smashed it, bro. He's performed under the pressure.
There we go.
He smashed it. Nice. The only thing is I want my right hand on bottom because I feel like with my left hand's on, because with my left hand's on the bottom, sometimes, see here, if he like kicks his foot quite hard, his toes can slip. So I'm gonna, like this, exactly.
Yeah.
So I use it as an initial position to catch here, then I bring his heel towards his butt, and I re-grab with the right hand, yeah, like this. You can either, yeah, and then cover with the left, and then you can start to rotate the elbow towards the floor. Nice, yeah. I want to end up in like when I have my right hand like almost like folding the toes in, and then the left hand can reinforce over the top.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly like this. Yeah.
Folding the toes in, left hand.
Yeah, and then you can tuck the elbow. Yeah, nice.
Thank you.
The last one's the chosen ones. Nice. Yeah. The only thing is sometimes, because you see in this instance where he has his leg up, sometimes I don't really like this, so keep your leg up, because this might actually happen, right? I can use like almost like a muscle sweep motion, so you're gonna go bicep under, yeah, and you can like force his knee to the mat. Here, exactly here, yeah. Okay. And then when you bring your elbow back over the top to isolate it, keep your elbow tight, yeah, so you can't step back onto this leg.
So can I still use this hand?
Yeah. As long as you kind of see how your back's kind of still on the leg, it kind of still slows it down the stepping up, right?
I see. Kind of like
yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because the issue, if he has his leg up, he's going to have the ability to start switching sides and making it difficult for you to finish with the foot, right? And he's also, if his leg's out, he can start to pummel it back onto your chest and start kicking your hands.
Got it.
Which is the main defense for this position, right?
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Boom. No, what? Come on, bro. What did he create? He's got handshakes with other people. Everyone, and not me.
Except me, but.
Come on, bro.
You ain't cool till let's say you cool 8.
You want to do this one?
Yeah, that's what.
So what? Yeah?
Fuck, I can't come with anything right now. But we're gonna end with that though, that's for sure.
We're gonna end with this?
Yeah.
Okay. We need an intermediate. You got a handshake with Ethan? Show me a handshake with Ethan. You don't have one with me.
I go for the ankle pick.
Elbow pass. Knee. Up the middle. Watch. Show your.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I even got one with some.
Alright, but hey Gondo, I'll help you after. Let me see the handshake first. Go. Show me.
Hey.
No way. Oh shit. That's kind of cold. What? I feel like they're making this shit up.
Sorry, you feel the pressure though.
I feel the pressure.
So we go up.
You guys will figure it out.
Yeah, you get that?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
Fair enough.
Back.
Long lost child.
That's it. Alright, cool.
If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a comment letting us know, and make sure you also leave a thumbs up.